Let's continue with our circuit. We need an inductor, a resistor, capacitor. I'll find all these in my general purpose library. So for starters, I will delete this component from the Altium library and I'll go and search for my own. So a capacitor is here. I'll just use a standard 0805 capacitor size. I also need an inductor and a resistor. So inductor L. Let's see which footprint. Maybe this one, it's a large one. Okay, let's use this one. And a resistor. Resistor, again we will take the 0805 size. Okay. Now let's see what else. I need a transistor, a bipolar transistor, FMMT617. All the semiconductors that I have are in the semicon library, and if I search through all these components I will not find that transistor. The proper way to go about this would be to create a new component, but there are a few shortcuts available, and right now we'll have a look at two of them. Let's start with the transistor. We'll look for a transistor which has the same symbol and the same footprint as the one that we want, and then we'll just change its name. So first of all, we have to go and find on the internet what kind of footprint it has. So let's search for FMMT617. And now we see it has SOT23 footprint. So let's search for one with that kind of footprint. And if I cut the search bit short, BC817 has the same footprint and the same symbol. So let's use this one. There are quite a few possible pin arrangements for such a transistor, so we have to check that we have the right one. To do that, we'll double click this transistor and we get this new window which shows us various parameters of this component. One of the parameters are its possible models, and one of the models is its footprint, and we can edit it. So if we click edit, and we can see here either a two-dimensional footprint or a three-dimensional footprint. But here we see no extra data, so let's switch back to two-dimensional mode, and here you can see the numbers 1, 2 and 3. That's important to see that, because now I will click on pin map, and now I have the name of pins on the schematic and the names of pins on the model, and we see that base is connected to pad 1, that's this one, so this is base. Collector is connected to pad 3, which is this one, so this is collector, and this one is emitter. Let's check if that corresponds to the datasheet. So base is this one, let's check it. Base is 1, so that's this one, that's correct. If 3 is collector, then we are home and dry. Yes, it is, so it's correct. This transistor has the correct pin arrangement, so let's just click OK and OK, and now we can just change its name to FMMT617. Also we could change the description, although it is not strictly necessary, and let's click OK. And now we have a transistor with the right symbol, the right footprint, the right arrangement of pins, and the correct name. The next component on our list is this Schottky diode, ZHCS1000, so let's search for it on the internet. Again the same footprint, but in this case one pad is not connected. If we again search this library, we will again see that it's not there, so we have to search again for another component with the same symbol and the same footprint, but we will not find one. So we'll just have to settle for one with the same symbol, and then we'll try to change the footprint. So let's select maybe this one. Okay, so let's place this one onto our schematic. Let's double click it. Let's see the footprint first. Now this is important because if I click pin map now, I'll see that the name of the pins in the schematics or on the symbol is 1 and 2. So how are we supposed to know which one is cathode and which one is anode? But here we see that cathode is pin 1, and we have to remember that, and pin 2 is anode. Okay, now I can change the footprint or just add another one. So let's click add footprint, that's okay, and then browse. Since we found another component in this same library with the right footprint, that transistor a moment before, let's select this semicon library because we know there is such a footprint in here. And now if I scroll down, I will soon find SOT23. Okay, so that's it. Now I have to arrange the pin map, and I have to check again with my data sheet. So this middle one is cathode. Cathode is 1, but here it's 3. So 1 has to correspond to 3, and 2 is anode. And which one is anode? This one or this one? It's the top one. So this one. So 1. Okay. Okay. And we can change the name. So ZHCS, is it? Yes, ZHCS. ZHCS 1000. Okay, done. What's next? Instead of an LED, we'll just use a 2-pole connector. Let's look for one in the miscellaneous connectors library. And I think the best option would be a 2-pin header, like this. So let's use one of these, and also another one for the power supply. The last thing that we need to do is this component. Unfortunately, this one is unlike any other component, so we actually have to make it from scratch.